this in our schools, and maybe just to ask, what is digital literacy? Teacher Sam, when you hear the word digital literacy, what comes to your mind?
Thank you, Corazon. So, when we define digital literacy, is our ability to integrate technology in our day-to-day learning in the classes.
So, Teacher Sam is saying our day-to-day technology. Let's hear from Teacher Rogers. What is digital literacy?
It's the integration of technology in a very wide, inclusive way in the learning process.
Thank you. So we hear the word technology, and when you talk about technology, it's more of even the tools that we use. That means the internet. We are able to access information, and also we are able to communicate. And we have some aspects here. For example, when you look at the skills, there is the use of the computers, there is the use of our everyday smartphones, and also the digital platforms that we come across every day. Also, when you talk about communication, there is the aspect of engaging through emails, right? We do have emails even on our phones, on our smartphones, and also the social media. Also, sometimes when you talk about the critical thinking, we have sometimes the information that are sent to us, we are able to know if the information is, the right information we are receiving or it's fake. So even as we talk about all this, we'd like to hear how is it integrated in our schools. And my first question is, have you integrated technology in your school? Rogers.
Yes, we have integrated technology in Githurai Primary School in the following areas. We have installed Wi-Fi installation, whereby we have gone to a greater length of ensuring the wider space in the school is captured. We have managed to buy some projectors. At the moment we have 2. We are planning to have more. We have maximized the use of the iPads that the government provided, using a team of the PACEmakers learners we provided, and at the same time we have employed one person. It's called Teacher Francis. Then we are privileged to have received some computers from Safaricom, which we have a computer lab, and we have worked with the community, with the parents at class level. Every time when we give homework, we have really encouraged the parents to be able to provide these gadgets. And on the same line, we use the diaries very frequently in communicating with the parents and getting feedbacks.
Thank you, Teacher Rogers. We've seen Githurai Primary, they have installed Wi-Fi. They are actually maximizing the iPads that were distributed by the government. They also have the computer lab. Maybe to hear from Teacher Sam, have you integrated technology in your school? And if yes, what are some of the success stories?
Thank you, Corazon. In our school, we have TV lessons. So through partnerships, we are able to get some television sets, 3 in number, which we use for our TV lessons. We also have, through partnerships, some digital devices called Solar Milk. These are partnership with a foreign company where children, we download content and then we place in some devices where students can now listen to the audio devices at home. We are also having phones through partnership with a company called AD Company, where the kids can now learn through the use of phones. We have also empowered our teachers as CBC requires, where they are applying the devices we have. They are now applying the knowledge, the digital literacy lessons in their day-to-day classes.
Thank you, Teacher Sam. Just a follow-up. Having implemented all these, given the availability of even phones, and also learners are able to even listen to these audios even while they're at home, how has it had an impact on the learning outcomes for the learners?
Thank you. So from the community where we are working in Kibra slums, it's a challenge specifically for the parent to manage maybe at home as a requirement for the CBC, for them maybe to have computers and tablets and digital devices at home, which in the long run affects the way the learners maybe take their academics and the way they are performing. But with the start of integrating of digital literacy classes in our school, the computers and the phones and other devices such as SD cards, we have had a growth in performance in academics over the years. From 2020 to where we are now, our academic standards have continually gone up. We have recorded high levels of performance to great margins. We have also been able to implement the CBC in our school because it requires us to daily integrate the IT. So generally, we are doing quite well in terms of implementation of the curriculum, and our academic standards have gone up due to application of the digital literacy lessons.
Thank you, Teacher Sam. We've seen how this can lead to impact on the learner's outcomes, and also the CBC curriculum, it requires the technology bit for it to be successful as well. Teacher Rogers, we've seen how you have implemented at Githurai Primary, you have integrated technology. I'm curious to know, are there challenges you're facing?
Yes, Githurai, we have several challenges. We have also a special unit for the mentally handicapped. They do require more, if not two, we could get more. We have teacher as also a challenge. Quite a number of them, there's that resistance of accepting change. Wanasema hii kazi ni mingi na hizi gadgets. There are very many excuses. Another challenge is maintenance of these gadgets. Sometimes there are technical issues, unakuta hii haiwaki ama iko slow ama jambo fulani limefanyika. Then there is connectivity, especially pakiwa na delay of payments ya Wi-Fi, takes some time before we pay. So also that one goes hand in hand with the availability of funds from the school. Then the devices are not adequate enough. Githurai has a population of 3,000 learners. It is one classroom has a population of at least 115 learners. There's a classroom with a teacher with 135 learners. We also have some challenges of software glitch. We have digital illiteracy among learners. So wanafunzi wengine for the first time wanakuta hizi gadgets, wanashtuka. Na wale ambao wako na uzoefu, there's that dominance, your pride, contaminate those ones instead of accommodating each other. Then another challenge is charging points ya hizi device. Like the iPads that we have in school ziko mingi na unakuta charging points are not enough, and if at all they're there, they're also very slow. We have inadequate personnel. Watoto ni wengi, wale walimu ambao wanafanya hii kazi ni wachache. Although we are working on that one, but those are the challenges in Githurai.
Thank you, Teacher Rogers. A follow-up question. How have you been able to address, if not all, but any of the challenges that you have raised? How have you been able to go about it?
Last year we had a teacher called by the name from PACEmaker, Teacher Moses Kaemba. We have accommodated him, we have picked him, he's among us in the staff. We have also employed one personnel called Teacher Francis through the sub-county director. Sasa wako wawili kwa shule. Then we have worked hard to train the teachers that we have. We have brought them on board, we have had in-service among ourselves, and also we have encouraged some fast learners to come on board. Wakati wa break time tunajaribu ku encourage pia ili waweze kusaidia kwa hiyo kazi. Yes.
Thank you for that. Teacher Sam, we've had success stories from Sylvia King, and one of the amazing things is that there's the availability of these phones to the learners, and the world that we live in, there's a lot going on. And even right now, learners, they're exposed to so many things and they're curious to know more. So are there any challenges that you've faced or the learners have faced, given that they're able to access these digital devices?
Yeah, one of the challenges, just as you have highlighted, now that we teach the learners how to access information from the internet and from the web and social media, we also encounter a challenge whereby we can't see the information that a grade 2 is supposed to consume and which one maybe the junior school is supposed to consume. So that also poses a risk, cyber risk, whereby maybe they may get misleading information, especially when they are not monitored. We also have a challenge, just as Mwalimu has pointed out, of having less personnel who can now monitor and carry out digital lessons. But from our end, we are also continuing with professional development. When we have time, we train other teachers, spearheaded by a small team that are so good in the IT sector. And that has helped us to some level to curb the challenge of now having the personnel.